So we'll just build a Lego town. Niels Harbor, it's called. And we'll make a movie studio, and we'll bring in the Tolkien sets, and we'll shoot them all, and it'll be great. Everything looks great in your mind when you don't know the logistics. Yes, I finally built a big studio like they have in California or New Zealand at this point. Here was the problem. You couldn't make a video about the town if nothing else was going on inside the town. So, and not to mention space, I only had one room, and some people don't even get one room, so I guess I'm lucky in that sense. But I did do my research, and I will tell you these buildings are big, have a couple of doors, maybe a picnic table, and a couple of odd paraphernalia, but they're pretty basic on the outside. This was not difficult to build. The problem again was money. What about the roof? What am I going to do to get enough plates and all? I haven't got enough time to build all that and enough money. Well, I just used a plate. So feel free to steal that idea. But of course, it will only be able to be a certain size. And as we go in, and I draw a little more light closer to my creation, you can see that I could have a little bit of fun with the Tolkien sets. I included one in the back there. And I'm not going to discuss each Tolkien set number. I'm not going to discuss all of that because I plan to do a slight video shoot where I go and pan over all those sets, and I'll simply go, this is set, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to bore you with set numbers this time, but I put some lights, and I put some props. I put one of the set designers working on one of the fake trees. Some actors are going off where they're blocking. There's a gentleman on one of the cameras. There's a director's chair where we had sort of figure that represented me directing the show, so to speak, or directing the movie. A little bit of coffee as per always. But I was really happy with how the set turned out, how the studio turned out. And again, we'll go over equipment and why sets were used and why they weren't. And I loved my little opening doors, those big studio doors, so you could roll large set pieces in and out. And I have to give kudos to all the appendices that sort of came out with Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. A lot of what I'm doing here is literally watching how they did things and see how close I could come to mimicking it with Lego. And I had a lot of fun with this piece. And, well, as again, relatively easy to build. But it's the end, I'm afraid. That is the end of the buildings. The rest of the videos are vehicles. And explanations maybe of the Tolkien sets and just in terms of numbers and so forth and so on. But as you can see, I made 6 or 7 videos, and a lot of things didn't make it into the videos because the video would have been too short or too confusing or too convoluted or just didn't fit the space in which I fit the entire set of Niels Harbor in. So I know what you're thinking. Why isn't he centering it? Well, to hide all my ugly studio-ness. There, I'll center it if you like. Anyway, this is pretty much the end of Niels Harbor, I'm afraid. Everything after this is just little vehicle mocks, little boat mocks, and we'll even discuss a couple of agencies that never even got close to the town. And it's all drawing to a close, and there's a little sadness with that. But I did set out to do what I did. I did it, and I didn't do it alone. Without the support of my wife helping me with builds, helping me with ideas, being quite constructively critical of some of the things that I did and saying that's not going to work or we have to change that. And her trusting me with all those things, and that was wonderful. So kudos to the person I decided to share my crazy project with. And well, as I say, as the next videos come by, you'll see me do a lot of dry explanatory work, but this building says goodbye, and sort of to nostalgically remember part of my childhood. A friendly giant is going to close the doors to the big castle. And I'll see you in the next video, but this is Niels Harbor off the air.